Hello there, I'm here today to show you another one of our products, and like many other things on our site, this started off as something that I sourced because I wanted it myself. And as you may know, or you may have found out if you've just recently ordered one, if you buy a Starlink setup, you get the big rectangular Starlink dish and you get the router and you get the bits and bobs with it, and you get this little thing that plugs into the back of it that sort of stands it up on flat ground. What use is that to anybody? Not much at all, because I think the way the Starlink site's set up, the extra mounts and stuff you need for walls or poles or whatever, not entirely clear, and when you do find them, they're quite expensive. So most people tend to have the kit arrive and it's just got this little upstanding thing, and they think, well, God, how am I going to mount my Starlink dish now? Now, one of the easiest ways to mount it, we all used to have a TV aerial, didn't we, on the side of the house, and many of us have still got it there, even though we don't use it. If you've got that 1.5 inch aluminium pole on a bracket fixed to the wall, sticking up beyond the roof line, I've got mine on the gable end, I have another similar one at work, you can repurpose that pole for your Starlink dish, and all you need to do so is one of these brackets. So this bracket clicks nice and neat into your Starlink dish, and you get a couple of little bits and pieces with it. I mean, this isn't a complicated thing for any DIY. There's a little pad that pops in first that the pole goes onto. To make sure it's a nice snug fit, there's a little bit of like double-sided, it's not double-sided, is it? It's single-sided, like foam tape. You just cut it to size and put some on each side to make sure that your pole is a nice snug fit. When your pole is a nice snug fit, you've got 2 bolts you tighten up there. It goes onto your pole, you tighten your bolts, your cable comes through there, you zip tie it down the pole, and there's your dish already mounted at the correct angle. All you got to do is spin it round for the satellite and do the reading on your phone, as you would during the installation of it anywhere. Now I'll show you. I have actually 2 dishes with this bracket on. I've got one here at home and I've got one at work. I'll show them you both. You can see there the dish with the bracket we're looking at on a repurposed aerial pole. And similarly, here's one that we have at work. And there you can probably just see the actual bracket. So that's what it looks like when it's installed. Simple little thing. Now there's loads of people make these. Every man and his dog in China has made them already. You can find them all over the place and all over eBay and Amazon for like just a few pounds. Very often with a lot of these things, you get what you pay for, don't you? When I was looking for one of these, I went down this rabbit hole, so you don't have to. This is how products end up on our site. I ordered one, it came, it was absolute, I could sell it from an engineering perspective, it was rubbish. I sent it back, I brought another one, you could practically break it with your hands. When I did find a decent one that was good, I said to one of our sourcing girls in China, I said, go and find me some of them. We'll have some of them for people, and I can explain that these ones are pretty decent. So she did, and here we are, and now we've got some in stock. And they're not expensive, and they include Royal Mail delivery in the UK. Now, you know what I think what worries anybody with a little plastic bracket like this, you stick it on top of the pole and you've got your dish at like a 45-degree angle or whatever it's at. And it always occurred to me, again from an engineering perspective, when the wind's blowing, that thing's going to start tilting and moving. Well, I didn't have long to wait with the British weather, and we had a big thunderstorm not long after I'd fitted this with extremely high winds. And I was thinking, blimey O'Reilly, that thing's going to be coming down. It's only sat on a plastic bracket. And that was a few months ago. I was out there watching it at night going, bloody hell, it'll be down in a minute, that. And it wasn't. It's fine. And it's still there months and months later. So I'm happy, I'm satisfied that these are quite robust. And they're certainly more robust than many of the other ones that you're going to find on the market. So if you need to mount your Starlink dish onto a 1.5 inch pole, I think that's 48mm, something like that, is it? But 1.5 is pretty standard. Some are 1.25, but most are 1.5. Measure it first, because nobody wants to mess about with attempted returns on cheap stuff like this. That's why the video is here, to stop returns. Make sure you're buying the right thing, make sure you know what it's for, make sure it's the right size, make sure everybody's happy the first time round. That's how things should be, isn't it? If you've got an 1.5 inch aerial pole, or you've got another pole, some brackets, if it's 1.5 inches, You can put it on the side of the wall, that on top, Starlink dish, job done, cost you 20 odd quid including delivery, so you're not paying some bloke £100 or £200 to come and fit it for you. Anybody with a few DIY smarts, it's a nice, cheap and easy way to fit your Starlink dish. Thank you for watching, and have a look at some of the other stuff around our site. And if you're watching this on YouTube, you'll find a link down below to the product. Thank you, see you next time.